Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Cassette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for a man, has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your live events broadcast of North Dakota High School football. Tonight's contest, a Class 2A matchup in the EDC between the Wahpeton Huskies and the Fargo South Bruins. Dan Gunnarsson with you. I am going to be joined shortly by cameraman Reggie Funk, and we're excited to be bringing to you some North Dakota High School football. The records on paper don't look overly appealing. We'll start there. Honestly, these two teams sit at 3-4 in Wahpeton's case, 0-7 in Fargo South case. But don't let the records deter you from what could be a very exciting game. We're talking about two very high-powered offenses, specifically two very high-powered quarterbacks. For the Huskies, it's Bjorn Kubila with 1,328 yards and 13 touchdowns so far this year. On the other side, you have Brevin Wark, 1,626 total yards and 13 touchdowns so far this year. He's the leader in the EDC when it comes to touchdown passes. These two, both seniors, trying to push their teams into the postseason. Fargo South, despite a winless season to this point, are still right in the thick of things when it comes to the playoffs, as the top four teams in the EDC do qualify. Central, Devils Lake, and Wahpeton all only have one win in EDC play. So really, from South, they control their own destiny. A couple wins over the next couple weeks will get them in to the postseason. For the Huskies, similar thought process. They control their own destiny. Wins tonight and then next week against Grand Forks Central, and they will get into the postseason. So plenty at stake here, and what we expect are plenty of fireworks from both of these offenses. We're going to get an opportunity to hear from both head coaches in this pregame show. Those interviews, of course, brought to you by DJ Coulter Agency. And when we come back, we will hear from the head coach of the Fargo South Bruins, Tyler Kozel. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
We aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Joined now on the pregame show by the head coach of the Fargo South Bruins, Tyler Kozel. Coach, you guys, with a couple games left in the regular season, still looking at potential possibilities for the postseason, but the regular season has been a grind, to say the least. There's been a lot of ups and downs for you. Unfortunately, the record doesn't show where those ups are coming in at. How do you continue to motivate your players? I think that's kind of the obvious question when we're at this point of the season, as you get down the road without having a victory in hand.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. We haven't been in this situation, and we've had to have a young group coming in, so we have a lot of growing pains, and we just need to finish games. I mean, you look, we're in every game. Played a double overtime one last week, and it's not easy to bounce back from those, but spirits are high. Kids are continuing to grow and get better every single week. I mean, we graduated a ton of seniors last year, and we're gonna have a lot of guys coming back from this squad that are getting a lot of valuable reps right now. So we're treating every game just as normal, like it is a playoff game, and we got to play our best. And we got a great opponent coming here on Friday, so we're just looking to continue and improve and get better individually.
Tell us a little bit about what you know about Wahpeton. They're coming in. They've had as well a grind of a season similar to what you guys have gone through. Some tough losses throughout the year. What do you know about them? What do you expect out of them as they come into your building on Friday night?
Yeah, this is a pretty veteran group for them. We've been seeing a lot of their main skill guys for the last few years. I know Trayton Malk is one of the best players in the state, regardless of position. He's just a great football player. They do some great things on offense. They're always a tough scheme. Coach Gilbertson does a great job with their RPO stuff, and they're in every single game too. They're going to be a tough out. We knew that coming in the year that Wahpeton was going to have a pretty good, solid group coming back, and they always play us tough. And we're just trying to get our guys on the right page so we can go and have a great battle.
Offensively, what do you guys need to execute on? Ton of points last week, obviously, but what do you guys need to execute on maybe to continue that type of momentum on that side of the ball?
Yeah, it's been interesting. We have an interesting season right now with just a lot of ups and downs where things that we did great one week, the next week we really struggled with. And we moved the ball really well last week. We finished drives, got in the end zone, we're getting points. We had a couple costly turnovers in the special teams game that kind of kept Central in the game. So it's the same for us every week. Our goal is to force 4 turnovers, and we got to limit turnovers. And so that's going to be the big thing. And on defense, just got to continue to get stops. So we know our offense is explosive. We got guys playing with a lot more confidence. Our entire receiving core is all underclassmen, and we got some really talented kids out there. Our quarterback, Brevin Warwick Sr., playing really well. This will be his last game at home, so I know he's going to want to go out with a bang a little bit. So hopefully the confidence from last week that we had scoring all those points can continue into Friday.
All right, let's say that we're talking at the end of the game. Fargo South has that victory in hand. What do you believe your team would have executed well enough on to get that victory against Wahpeton?
Yeah, we got to get some stops. I mean, our Achilles heel a little bit this year is we haven't forced a ton of turnovers, and that's been a big thing for us in the previous years when we've been very successful. We force turnovers, play really solid defense, and then we capitalize on those. So we need to force some turnovers, not give them extra possessions, and then our offense just needs to continue clicking. And we know we can score. You've seen some big games from us this year, but we got to just finish drives and finish with points. We got a great kicker too, so that's our goal every possession. We want to go down and get points.
Should be an entertaining game between you guys and Wahpeton. Looking forward to it. And Coach, thank you for your time on the pregame show.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, it's Coach Kozel of the Fargo South Bruins. When we come back here on the Your Live Event pregame show, talk to the head coach of Wahpeton, Wade Gilbertson. You're watching North Dakota High School football on Your Live Event.
RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag.
RDK 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 is now Agassi Precision Ag.
You heard that right. RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag. Same location, employees, and customer service you deserve. Visit us at planterdoc.com.
When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all, efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence.
Now joined by the head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson, coming into Fargo South, coach a team that has had plenty of ups and downs throughout the year, more so the downs being a team still looking for their first win, but still a lot to play for, as do the Huskies. How has practice been this week in preparing a team and trying to make them avoid looking at that, winless record and getting them more focused on the opponent is better and tougher than what their record would show.
This one of the first messages we sent to our kids to start this week was asking them what their record is, and then immediately me telling them the answer that nobody cares. We're at the time of year now where everybody's fighting for their playoff lives, and records absolutely don't matter. Whether you're 7-0 or 0-7 or 3-4, it absolutely does not matter. I think that every single high school team in our Eastern Division is going to show up, and they're going to be ready to play this weekend. And so we told our guys, it does not matter what their record is. They've played tough competition. They've played close games, and they are very, very athletic from what we can see on film. The other thing that I shared with them was I've coached against Coach Kozel a number of times now. I believe him to be, and his staff to be, one of the best in the East at making adjustments towards a team that they're going to play on any given Friday night. They will make adjustments, and they will not just simply do what they do. They'll make adjustments to try to stop what we do and try to make adjustments to exploit us on our defensive side. And so I consider him to be one of the best coaches, one of the best tacticians that there is in the East. And so we've tried to impress upon our kids that this is one of the biggest games of the year, but we're going to try to prepare as normal. We're going to try to prepare as if we're playing our first game or our second game and against any competition.
And you guys still have plenty to play for, as do the Bruins, with the one win in the EDC conference so far against Devils Lake. But a number 2 or a second win, especially against a team like Fargo South, really puts you up above the rest of those other 3 teams challenging for those 2 remaining spots in the EDC. Offensively, as you look at going up against a Fargo South team, I know Trayton Mouth is going to be the guy that you're going to rely on and put the ball in, but what else can we look for from your team in this game on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, on the offensive side, yes, you hit it right on the head. The Trey Malk is our feature guy. We got to get him his touches. And we've started to do that throughout the season. He's got more and more and more. Our offensive line has really stepped up to give him some holes to run through. And then, of course, he just makes things happen. You get him the ball and he just makes things happen. But as far as the other things that we're looking for, our quarterback, Bjorn Kubala, has the ability to run the offense the way it's supposed to be run. We do a lot of our coaching during the week so that we have less coaching to do on Friday night. We give our quarterback a lot of autonomy in what to do with our offense. There's plenty of times where he'll change a play call, and we allow him to do that because we coach him to do that during the week. We'll do a lot of film study. We'll watch what their defense is trying to do, what their defense is trying to take away. And we'll try to take what the defense then is giving us. So I'd watch for Bjorn Kubala to be able to read what kind of a coverage they're going to be in, what are the numbers that they have in the box, what are they going to do to Braden Steffens? Are they going to try to bracket him? Are they going to try to cover him one-on-one? Because Braden Steffens has had a pretty big year as well catching the football. And then, of course, on the other side of the field, too, away from Braden Steffens, what are they going to do in certain coverages? Are they going to try to load the box? Are we going to have one-on-one access to the receiver away from Braden? So we're going to allow Bjorn Kubala to do a little bit of that and take advantage of what the defense gives us. And then, of course, run Trey Malk whenever we can.
Now, defensively, you guys have been led by a host of different players, but it looks like in the secondary, Jack Gilbertson with 4 interceptions has been kind of your leader from that defensive standpoint. Fargo South is not going to be afraid to pass it with Brevin Work and his almost 1,700 yards through the air and a pretty good completion percentage. Fargo South provides you a little bit of a different animal offensively. How are you guys preparing for them on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, that's one of the things that we see out of Fargo South is that they're not afraid to spread it around. They're not afraid to spread us out formationally, and they are definitely not afraid to throw it. They are creative with what they do offensively, I think, and they're going to challenge us in the back end. Jack Gilbertson, the freshman, he's one of those guys that right now is injured. He separated his shoulder a couple of weeks ago. And so we'll see. It'll probably be more of a game time decision on if he plays on defense or not, or even offense or not. So it's a pretty quick turnaround for a young man that had a shoulder separation not 2 weeks ago. And so he is a possible game time decision. But yeah, we're confident in our secondary coaches. We're confident in our secondary in making them make tough choices, making them decide where to throw the football, and try not to give them too much free access in changing a play and throwing it to their athletes. Because I see a lot of speed and I see a lot of athleticism. And if they spread us out and we let them loose and we can't get any pass rush on the quarterback, if we can't get home against the quarterback because they're throwing it so quick, then we're going to have to drop into coverage and make him make decisions and find the open man.
Fargo South is just a couple plays away from 3-4 on the year and having the similar record to what you guys have. And so, again, going back to the initial question of, how do you prepare a team to not look at the record, but look at this team as a whole? And the final question I have for you, Coach, is if we're talking at the end of the game, we're talking about a Wahpeton victory. What is it that your team would have executed well on in this matchup in order for you guys to walk away with the win?
We're going to have to be able to stop them from moving the ball up and down the field, and we got to get the ball back to our offense. If we win on Friday night, it's because we were able to get stops and we were able to turn them over on downs, or we were able to create turnovers ourselves. That's really what it's going to take, because I believe that we're going to be able to do some things offensively, but we absolutely have to stop them. In the last 2 weeks, and I know that they throw it a little bit more than the other teams that we've played, but in the last 2 weeks, we've given up close to 600 yards rushing. So we have got to shore things up on the defensive side. We got to make sure tackles on the defensive side, and we gotta bend. We're gonna bend a little bit, but we just can't break, and we can't give up a bunch of big plays to them. We can't give up a bunch of big scores to them. We can't allow them to hold the football for a long time. We've got to be able to get our defense off the field and get it in the hands of our offense. And if we come away with a win on Friday night, it's because we did that.
It'll be a fun contest. We're coming down to that time of the year where playoffs are just on the horizon. The implications are pretty large when it comes to that next step of the season. We're excited to see how Wahpeton comes out in tonight's game against the Bruins. Coach, I appreciate your time on the pregame show, sitting down with me and talking some ball.
Appreciate you, Dan. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Wade Gilbertson, the head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies. We will break. When we come back here on the pregame show, we'll get to those starting lineups and some keys to tonight's game. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As an American Family Agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American Family Agent.
American Family Insurance.
Now joined by the head coach.
Dan Gunderson back with you here on your live event. Thank you to DJ Coulter for sponsoring those pregame interviews with both head coaches. DJ Coulter Agency, your auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance agency that wants a shot at your business. Go to djcoulter.com. We'll get a chance to get to the starting lineups after our final break of the pregame show. However, let's kind of set the stage a little bit more between these two teams. The Wahpeton Huskies 3-4. overall,
the
1 and
opponent
2
is
in
better and
EDC
tougher
play. They had
than
won
what their
3 straight
record would
before
show.
dropping the last 2
This
games.
is one of the first
of the year
messages we sent to our kids to start this week.
Both
was
West Fargo Horace and Red River. They lost the West Fargo Horace game 41-21, and then Red River 34-28. Those are the top 2 teams in the EDC right now. So great competition for Wahpeton to kind of measure themselves up against them. Senior Trade Mount, top player, both offensively and defensively. This young man, so far this year, 1,300, or I should say 861 yards on the ground with 10 touchdowns. He's also defensively their leader in tackles so far this year with 62 and a half tackles to this point in the season, and someone that we are going to be watching for. Coming into this game, top corner for Wahpeton, Jack Gilbertson, was doubtful with what his head coach had diagnosed as a separated shoulder. However, the young man wearing number 7, the freshman, does appear to be suited up and will be going tonight for the Huskies. This freshman leads the team in interceptions with 4. Why is that key to note? Because Fargo South is going to air it out. 0-7 overall, 0-3 so far on the year. They're being outscored in total points by 121. However, the last few games, I should say 3 of the last 5 games, they've had some really close calls. Bismarck, St. Mary's of 23-21 loss. Valley City 27-20, and last week a double overtime loss at Grand Forks Central. 40
this is one of the biggest games of the year.
Brevin Warwick is the guy to watch for Fargo South. He's thrown for
playing our first game or our second game, and against any competition.
He has thrown for over 200-plus yards 5 times this year, and he has thrown for 2 or more touchdowns 3 times this year, including 5 TDs in 2 games to this point in the season. He leads both EDC in AA and AAA levels in passing yards with 1,626. His 3 favorite targets, Mari Taylor, Drew Kessel, and Javon Anderson, all have over 300 yards. Receiving, top Taylor with 698 yards on 48 catches, while Drew Kessel has 32 catches, 420 yards, but 8 touchdowns. It's also senior night for these
on the offensive side,
yes, those seniors were honored before the game. Brevin Warwick being one of them. On top of all the things that we talked about offensively with this team, Brevin Warwick is going to be chasing some school records over the next couple of games and potentially into the postseason as well. It is going to be what we anticipate an electric night here at Fargo South. A little cold, a little rainy, but
our quarterback,
the ball should be flying through the air as the rain has stopped at this point. Both these teams really love to air it out. We will take our final break of the pregame show when we come back. The starting lineups from Fargo South. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org, or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
Transform your space with premium painting. Whether you're looking to remodel an existing space or add new construction from residential, commercial, and industrial, Premium Painting's team of experts delivers top-notch quality and attention to detail on time and on budget. Premium Painting offers services from drywall, wall coverings, millwork, and painting. For a free estimate, contact Forrest Tritle at paintfargo.com or call 701-200-2797.
Now joined by the head coach.
Back here from Fargo South, Dan Gunderson, Reggie Funk, getting you ready for this Class 2A matchup, one of the final two of the regular season for both of these teams after tonight. Grand Forks Central waits on the schedule for the Wahpeton Huskies, while it is a road game, quote-unquote, for Fargo South as they travel to West Fargo Horace for this season finale. Both of these teams well within the hunt for the postseason. We've documented it very well. Both of these teams have some strong offenses, and we'll be relying on them.
One of the first messages we sent to our kids to start this week was
a key victory,
asking them what their record is, and then immediately telling them the answer that nobody cares. We're at the time of year now where everybody's
starting
fighting
on the offensive line
for their
at a tackle.
lives,
It'll be
and records absolutely don't matter. Whether you're
at the other tackle,
7-0 or 0-7 or 3-4, it absolutely does not matter. I think that every single high school team in our Eastern Division
the other guard
is going to
position
show
will be a
up,
senior
and
wearing
they're going
number
to be ready to play
50,
this
Chase
weekend.
Marsh.
So we told our
Center,
guys it does not matter what their record is. They've played tough competition. They've played
for the skill
games,
positions,
and they are very, very athletic.
Three wideouts and a tight end. Those three wideouts go like
the other
this.
thing that I shared with them was I've coached against Coach Kozel a number of times now.
And a freshman wearing number 21,
believe him to be and his staff to be
tight end position will be manned by a senior wearing number 13, Jackson DeVries.
A team that they're
running
going to
back
play
will
on any
be
given Friday night.
Senior,
they will make adjustments, and they will not just simply do
Hula, the senior,
what they do. They'll make adjustments to try to stop what we do and try to make adjustments to exploit us on our defensive side. And so I consider him to be one of the best coaches, one of the best tacticians that there is in the East. And so we've tried to impress upon our kids that this is one of the biggest games of the year, but we're going to try to prepare as normal. We're going to try to prepare as if we're playing our first game or our second game.
3 touchdowns in a big game against Horace. Braden
You guys
Steffens,
still have
387 yards,
for
31 catches, and 4 touchdowns on the year as well. And of course, Trey Mauk has 177 yards in his own right from the reception interception
like Fargo South
standpoint.
really puts
Jackson
you
DeVries as
up
well.
above the rest of those
245
other
yards
three teams
in kickoff
challenging for those
returns.
two remaining
How about for the
spots
home team, the Fargo
in the
South Bruins,
EDC
and their
offensively?
offense? We start with the
You know,
offensive
as you
line
look
at left
going up
tackle.
against the
It'll be
Fargo
a
South
senior
team,
wearing number
I know Trey
72,
Mouse is
Jacob
going to be the
Artak.
guy that you're
At
going
the
to
left guard
rely
position
on
will be a
put
senior
the
wearing
ball
number
in. But what else
52,
can we
Aiden
look
Petchin.
for from
The
your
center will be
team
a senior wearing number
in this game on the
54,
offensive side of the
Xander
ball?
Moody.
Well, on the
right
offensive
guard
side,
position,
yes,
a
you hit it
junior
right on the
wearing number
head. Trey Malk is our
68,
feature
Levi
guy. We got to
Wangen.
get him his
And the right
touches.
tackle will be a
And
senior
we've
wearing number
started to do that
75,
through,
Evan Thomas.
the season.
Similar
Throughout the season, he's
to
got more and more and
Wahpeton,
more.
3
Our
wideouts and a
offensive
tight
line
end
has
will
really
be the
stepped up to
lineup
give him some
for
holes to
your
run through.
Fargo South
And then, of
Bruins.
course, he
Javon
just makes
Anderson,
things
Amari
happen.
Taylor,
You get him
and
the
Sutton
ball, he
Bruggeman
just makes things
will
happen.
be
But
your
as far as
starting wideouts.
the other things
Anderson
that we're
wears
looking
number 11.
for,
He's a junior.
our
Taylor
quarterback,
wears number
Bjorn
1. He's a
Kubala,
junior. And
has the
Bruggeman,
ability
a
to
senior,
run the
wears
offense the way it's
number
supposed to be
12.
run.
The tight
We do
end
a lot of
will
our
be
coaching
sophomore wearing
during
number
the week,
22,
so
Drew
that we have
Kessel.
less coaching
Running
to do
back,
on Friday
Griffin
night.
Olsen, a
We
senior
give
wearing
our
number 21,
quarterback
and
a
Brevin
lot
Ward,
of
a
autonomy
senior
in
wearing
what to do
number
with
3.
our offense.
Statistically,
There's
Fargo
plenty of times
South
where
has
he'll
been
change a play
fantastic
call,
offensively.
and
Brevin
we
Ward,
allow him to do that
1,626
because
yards,
we
13
coach him
touchdowns
to do that
so
during
far
the
this
week.
year.
We'll do a lot of film
Gray
study.
is the
We'll
leading
watch what
rusher
their defense
for
is trying
this
to do,
Fargo
what the
South
defense is
team.
trying to take
He
away,
doesn't appear
and
on
we'll try
the
to take what the defense
starting
then
lineup for
is
the
giving us.
offense,
So
although he
I'd
is a
watch
backup
for
as a
Bjorn
returner. He
Kubala
wears
to
number
be
2
able
and a
to
junior,
read
leads the team in rushing
what
with
kind of a coverage
539
they're going
yards
to
and
be
3
in,
touchdowns.
how many,
Reception-wise, it's
what are the
Amari Taylor,
numbers that they have
698
in the
yards,
box,
48 catches for that
what are
young
they going to
man
do
who
to
averages
Braden
just under
Steffens? Are
100
they going to
yards a
try
game. 3 touchdowns for
to
him.
bracket him?
Drew Kessel
Are they going to
with
try to cover him one-on-one?
420
Because
yards
Braden
receiving,
Steffens has
32
had a pretty
catches,
big
and
year
8
as well
touchdowns. Fargo
catching the
South,
football.
coached by Tyler
And then, of
Kozel
course, on the other
or I
side
should say
of the
winless
field,
on the
too,
year,
away from
will be
Braden
looking for their
Steffens,
first
what are they
victory
going
tonight
to
at
do,
home on senior
in
night.
certain
To get things
coverages?
started,
Are
they
they going to
will
try to load the
kick
box? Are
things
we going
off.
to have one-on-one
Game
access
number 8
to the
of the
receiver
season,
away from
and a big
Braden?
one for both of
So
these
we're
teams. The
going to
Bruins
allow
in their
Bjorn
home
Kubala to do a
brown
little bit of
uniforms
that and take
with the white
advantage of
lettering,
what
while
the
it's the
defense
road
gives
whites
us, and then, of
purple
course,
pants
run Trey
for
Malk whenever we
the
can.
Bruins.
Now, defensively,
Kicking it
you
off
guys
will be
have been
Keaton
led by a
Dockin,
host of different players,
and
but it
back
looks
to
like in the
return
secondary,
will be
Jack
Trayton
Overton,
Malk and
12
Jackson DeVries,
interceptions,
and we
has been
are
kind of your leader
underway
from
as that one goes
defensive
over Malk's
standpoint.
head into
Fargo
the end
South is
zone, and a
not gonna be afraid
touchback
to pass it
for
with Brevin Ward and
Wahpeton
his
in the
almost,
offense.
1,700
Will
yards
take the
through the
field.
air.
Light breeze
And a
out of the
pretty good
north to
completion
the south.
percentage. Fargo South provides you a little bit of a
Doctor
different animal.
has a strong
offensively.
leg,
How are you guys
Dockin, I should say.
preparing for
So
them
not
on
a
the
surprise to
defensive
see
side
him
of the
get
ball?
to the end zone on that
Yeah,
one.
that's one of the things that we see out of
South
Fargo South
defense
is
will
that
take
they're not afraid
We'll
to
highlight
spread it
them
around.
when we get
They're
an
not afraid to spread us out
opportunity. Usually you
formationally.
go offense, defense. We'll talk
And
about
they
the
are
starting
definitely not
lineups, but
afraid
just what
to
we
throw
expect
it.
with these
They
offenses
are
tonight, we
creative
wanted to
with
really
what they do
give them a shout
offensively,
out
I think.
to start
And
things
they're
out.
going to
It will
challenge us
be
in the back end.
Kubala in the
Jack
shotgun
Gilbertson, the
formation
freshman,
to the
he's
right
one of those
with a running
guys that
back.
right now
He'll
is
take it,
injured.
hand
He
it off. It's
separated
Malk
his
over that
shoulder
right
a
side,
couple
and he's
weeks
chased
ago.
greatly by the
And
defense.
so
And we're
we'll
going to get
see.
a
It'll
face
probably be
mask.
more of a
No,
game
we
time
are not a
decision on
loss
if he
of
plays,
5 on the
defense or
play
not, or even
on the
offense or not.
tackle.
So it's
It
a pretty
was
quick
Javon
turnaround
Anderson,
for a young man
one of the
that had a
quarterback, or I should say
shoulder
the strong
separation not
safety
2 weeks ago.
for this Fargo
And
South
so
team.
he
and a
is
loss
a possible
of
game time
5
decision.
on
But yeah,
the play.
we're confident in our secondary coaches. We're confident in our secondary in making them make tough choices, making them decide where to throw the
Second
football.
and 15 from the
and try not
15
to
for
give them
Kubala.
too much free access in changing a play.
Bell ringing, and he's going to hand it off to Malk up the
I,
middle, picks his
I
way,
see a lot of
nowhere
speed
to
and I see
run,
a lot
maybe
of
a gain
athleticism,
of
and
2
if
on
they
the
spread
carry.
us out and we let them loose and we can't
we'll
get
set
any
up
pass rush on the quarterback, if we
and
can't get
13.
home against the quarterback because they're throwing it so quick, then we're going to have to drop into coverage and make him make decisions and find the open man.
Fargo South is just a couple plays away from
warming up on the sidelines right now, hoping his defense will give him a quick 3 and out so he can get things started for this Bruins offense. As Kubala looks to his right, he'll throw over the middle and just completely overthrows his intended target. That was Braden Steffens he was looking for. He was blanketed by this South defense, and quickly a 3 and out for Fargo South's defense, and Wahpeton will have to punt.
We're going to have to be able to stop
Bruins
them
came
from
into
moving
this
the ball
game.
up
They've
and
given
down
up
the field, and we got to get the ball back to our offense.
So far this season.
If we win on Friday night,
staggering
it's because
number
we were able to
when you
get
think
stops
about it.
and we were able to turn them over on
But that
downs,
first
and we
play,
were able to
that tackle for a loss by Javon Anderson, really a big reason why they're able to get out of that one, is that kick by Gilbertson is a high end-over-end one that ends up at the 40, takes a Wahpeton bounce and will bounce into South territory and be down at the 40,
and I know that they throw it a little bit more than the other
6-yard line
but in the last
of
2
the
weeks,
Bruins.
we've given up close to 600
Fargo
yards
South
rushing.
taking over
So
with
we have
10:50
got
to go
shore
in this
things
first
up on the
quarter. Glad you
defensive
could
side. We
join
got
us
to make sure tackles
for tonight's
on the defensive
broadcast
side,
of this
and
EDC
we
Class
gotta
2A
bend.
matchup. There are other
We're gonna
games
bend a little
going
bit,
on throughout
but we just
the
can't
state of North
break,
Dakota
and we
tonight
can't give
in
up a
Class
bunch of big
2A.
plays to them. We
We'll
can't
also
give
have
up a
Grand
bunch of big
Forks
scores
Central
to them. We
taking
can't allow
on
them
Devil's
to hold
Lake.
football,
There's
for
plenty
a
of
long
games
time.
on
We've
Thursday
gotta be able
night
to
in
get
the
our
Class
defense off the
2A
field
landscape, which we will
and
give you
get
some
it in the
updates
hands
on
of our
those. Some
offense.
key
And
ones
if
also
we come
in
away with a
Class
win on Friday
3A.
night,
The 9-man
because we did
playoffs start
that.
tomorrow across the state of
It'll
North
be a
Dakota.
fun contest.
What a
We're
great
coming down to
time
that time of the
to
year
be a
where
football
playoffs
fan.
are
Here's
just
the
on the
offense, and it's
horizon. The
Work
implications
as he puts
are pretty large
Taylor, or
when
I
it
should
comes
say
to that
Anderson,
next
in
step
motion,
of the
and it's going to be a
season. We're
handoff
excited
over
to
that left
see
side, trying to
how
go for that
Wahpeton comes
stiff
out
arm on the
in tonight's
outside.
game against the
It
Bruins.
appeared
Coach,
to
I
be
appreciate your
Henry
time on the
Gray,
pregame show sitting
who
down
is
with
the
me
starting
and
running back
talking ball.
tonight. On the outside, though,
Appreciate you,
defensively,
Dan.
you see
Thank you
another
for
tackle
having
for
me.
loss. Omar
Yeah, you bet.
Martinez,
Wade
the
Gilbertson, the
senior
head coach
safety,
of
wears
the
number
Wahpeton
3.
Huskies.
Small in
We'll
stature,
break
but
when we
definitely
come back
not
here on the
small
pregame show. We'll get to our
in
starting lineups and some
tenacity
keys to
and
tonight's game.
courage.
You're
Oh,
watching
and the
North
lights
Dakota High School football on your live event.
starting to go a little bit crazy. I believe that is what they will do when the touchdown is scored. But in that moment, no touchdown. I don't think we're throwing the lights up for a 4-yard loss. It will be a 2nd and 14. So both teams, as we just talk about their offense, come out and have a couple negative plays to open up their first offensive series. As Work will take it, he'll run to the right, he'll look to the right, he'll throw to the right, has a man out there with the catch and the run afterwards. Couldn't catch a number on there, but if I'm a button man based on the size, that's probably Kessel, and it is. Wearing number 22, the sophomore tight end, with a gain into Wahpeton territory up to the 48. So a gain of 9 on the play will set up a 3rd and 5. Warwick takes it, steps back, looks left, he'll roll left. He's got some room out there. He's being hounded, runs right into a tackle. It'll be close to a first down for South, and I think he's got it. Brevin Warwick, the senior, with a first down on the run, so a gain of 6 on the carry, and that'll move the chains. Kind of was seeking out Evan Doctor. That was standing between him and that first down marker. Warwick lowers his shoulder and gets the first down. Brevin listed at 6 feet, 180 pounds. Solid young man and a senior. It's going to be handed off. It's Gray, or I should say a Gray, who runs up the middle from the 42 to the 40, so a 2-yard run. As a Gray will set up a 2nd and 8. South so far this year, they've scored 45, 21, 20, and 39 points in 4 separate games. There's 3 games in there that you could probably just throw out where they scored a combined 17 points over 3 games. That was against Dickinson, Grand Forks River, and Devil's Lake. But this offense can move the ball. And they'll be looking to do so as they throw it to a Gray on the right side who just drops the pass from Warwick. So an incomplete pass will set up a 3rd and 8 for South. Fargo South moving the ball to this point pretty well. Warwick, you can see the athleticism and why he is so efficient as a passer. Completion percentage of 60% coming into tonight's game. The 9 interceptions, he's had some tough ones, but his team has been in some positions where he's just got to throw. He's throwing now, and he's got pressure in his face. He spins out of it. He runs to his left. He's looking for some room, but he's going to be chased down from behind. The sack on the play from Isaiah Brushert as he drags down Warwick trying to run out of that. A loss back to the 43-yard line, so a loss of 3 on the sack. And we'll set up a 4th and 11. Nice job by Brushert. There's the punt for the Bruins. This is Dawkin. He gets it away. Nice kick. It's going to land at the 6 and then take a Wahpeton bounce into the end zone for a touchback with 7:42 to go in this first quarter. A couple punts on both offensive possessions to start the first quarter for these teams. And again, we tout the offenses and how much they're going to be just moving the ball up and down the field. And, of course, a couple of punts from both teams. You want to talk about the position or field position battle? You could say, obviously, Fargo South winning that in spades, but doesn't help on the scoreboard as Kubala is coming out to throw. Throws it over the middle, completes it for 5 yards. Caught by Trayton King, the freshman. So a 5-yard pass. Set up a 2nd and 5. Kubala, shotgun formation. Wide out to his left, 2 to his right. Malk in the backfield with him. Takes that snap. Little RPO action. It's going to be a handoff to Malk up the middle. Malk picks his way for 2 yards on the run and will set up a 3rd and 3. Great presence by Fargo South so far in this game, what I have seen in the limited carries for Malk, and that was his 3rd carry so far for -1 yard. It has been a gang tackle mentality. Rush to the ball, get a guy on it, and we're going to try and bring down this dynamic running back as quickly as possible. Don't let him get ahead of steam. 3rd and 3. We'll see what the Huskies do. It's going to be a handoff to Malk, who's touched in the backfield, but he's able to pick his way past the 30 to the 31 for a 4-yard gain on a 3rd and 3 and a first down. And there you see why you need to get hats on the ball. Guy in the backfield for Fargo South gets a paw on Malk, but he's still able, with his strength, to run right by it and get the first down. Malk, a 5'10", 150-pound senior, but he's shifty, has got that strong base in him, and one of the best runners, best athletes in the EDC. It's another carry for Malk, and again, finding his way to the 35. So a gain of 4 again for Malk, who has been featured almost exclusively on this drive. Now has 5 carries. He's into positive rushing category. He actually has 10 yards on 3 carries on this drive alone. Setting up a 2nd and 6 from the 35 for the Huskies. Kubala, shotgun formation. They're going to go right back to Malk, who finds some room over that right side. Cuts back inside. Will be taken down up at the 40-yard line. So a gain of 5 on that carry. And you're starting to see Malk gain a little strength here. 5:56, just under the halfway point of this first quarter to go. Make sure and stay tuned for our halftime show, brought to you by First Class Mortgage. Our timeouts, of course, sponsored by Southview Dental. Early on in this one, we haven't had a chance to highlight either of those 2 sponsors. And, of course, thank you to DJ Coulter Agency for our pregame interviews. He will be our postgame interview sponsor as well. Right now, it's the Huskies moving the ball with Malk, and why not? Keep feeding the beast as he is trying to pick his way. He had to get it to the 41 for a first down. He's going to be short of a yard on that 3rd and 1, so we'll set up a 4th and 1 for Fargo South. And this is an interesting call because you are on your side of the 50. 1 yard doesn't seem that daunting, but it looks like Wahpeton will set up for it. Just a note, Bjorn Kubala is the punter for Wahpeton. They put a man in motion. It's going to be Malk over that left side. He's looking for it. He finds the first down and more as he bursts into South territory to the 40, to the 30, to the 21 man to beat, and he is gone. 60-yard touchdown, Trayton Malk, and Wahpeton's on the board. "60 yards off of really what looked like an off-tackle run to the left side for Trayton Malk. And the senior, with 861 yards coming into this, now well over 900 on the year with that carry. And it was the Trayton Malk drive as the extra point is up and good. And boy, he kicks him as well. Trayton Malk, he is the Huskies offense on their 2nd offensive drive of the game. We will break your score with 4:27 to go in the first quarter. Wahpeton 7, South nothing. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, Southview Dental Care offers personalized care that fits your needs. They are there when you need them most, offering emergency examinations with same-day treatment in most cases. Have a cold sore or canker sore? Southview Dental Care provides laser treatments to address these painful conditions. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com. Southview Dental Care in Moorhead is your dental home.
Now joined by the head coach of the
Dan Gunderson back with you here on your live event broadcast of North Dakota High School football. That drive, which consumed 80 yards,
and downs throughout the year, more so the
7 plays and
still
3
looking
minutes
for their
and
first
17
win, but still a lot to play
seconds
for.
off the game clock.
How
Trayton Malk ended up with 75 of those 80 yards, all of it rushing
looking at
for
that,
him.
Winless record
Now up
and
to
getting them more focused on the opponent is
70
better and tougher than what their
yards
record would show.
On the game.
This is one of the first messages we sent to our kids to start this
to
week
open up
was
the contest, but really showed
asking
his
them what
wheels,
their record
athleticism,
is,
and vision
and
on that
then
carry
immediately me
to get
telling
the
them the
touchdown.
answer that
Kickoff
nobody
away
cares.
for Wahpeton.
We're at the time of
Back to
year
return
now
will
where
be
everybody's
Anderson
fighting
and
for
Gray.
their
It is
playoff
dropped by
lives,
Anderson.
and
And
records
trying to find room at the 20,
matter.
and he has
Whether
chopped down. The ball came out. I don't see it being a no. They're going to say he's down at the 20.
Or 3 and
so
4.
that is where
It
Fargo
absolutely
South
does not matter.
will start
I think
from with
that,
4:22
every
to go
single high school
in
team
this
in our Eastern Division is
first
going
quarter,
to show up,
7-0
and they're going
Wahpeton.
to be ready
Trayton
to
Malk,
play
like
this
I said,
weekend. And so we told our guys,
it does not
matter
ends up carrying that
what
ball
their
6
record is.
times
They've
for
played tough competition.
75
They've
yards
played close games
in that
and they are
second offensive drive.
very,
He had 2
very
carries in
athletic
the
from
first
what we can
offensive
see
drive
on
for
film.
-3 yards.
The other thing that I shared with
So
them
8
was
carries,
I've coached against Coach
73,
Kozel a
72
number of
yards,
times now.
and a touchdown for
I
Trayton
believe
Malk.
him to be, and his
strong
staff to be
showing
one of the best
for the
in
senior.
the East at making
Feed him
adjustments
tonight.
towards a
A
team
little
that
bit
they're going
cold,
to
a
play
little bit
on
wet, a
any
little bit
given
of a
Friday
breeze up
night.
at the south as Work
They
will take it. He'll
will
look to
make
his right.
adjustments,
He'll throw it to his
and
right. He's
they
looking
will
for
not
Kessel.
just
The big
simply
man
do,
goes up. Did he
what
get
they
it?
do.
No, they're
They'll
going to
make
say
adjustments to try to
incomplete.
stop what we do
Out
and
there
try to
on
make
the
adjustments
coverage
to
was Michael
exploit
Peterson
us on our
for
defensive
Wahpeton.
side. And
Kessel,
so I consider him to be
mind
one
you,
of the
8
best
touchdowns
coaches,
so
one of the
far
best
this year. Guys,
tacticians
6'6",
that there is in the
695
East.
pounds.
And so we've
But
tried
that
to impress
incomplete
upon our
pass
kids that this
brings up a second
this is one of the
and
biggest
10.
games of the year, but we're going to try to prepare as normal. We're going to try to prepare as if we're playing our first game or our second game and against any competition.
Brevin Work.
And you guys still have plenty to play
completed
for.
one of his passes so far. He's also had a sack. This one's going to be a handoff to a Gray who runs into
but a number 2 or
linebacking core of Wahpeton.
Like
Gain of 5 for
really
a Gray.
You up above the rest of those other 3 teams, challenging for those
set up a
2
3rd and
remaining
5
spots in the EDC. Offensively,
Henry
as you look at going up against the Fargo South team,
539 yards and 3
is
touchdowns
going to be the
coming
guy
into
that
tonight
you're
on
going
the
to
ground.
rely on and put the
Center
ball in. But what else
backfield
do we look
with
for
who's got
from your
4
team
wide
in this game on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, on the offensive side,
both
yes,
sides.
you hit it right on the head. The Trey Malk is our
Anderson in
feature
motion,
guy.
takes
We
the
got
snap,
to get
he
him
looks to
his
his right,
touches.
then looks to his left, sets up
And
the
we've
screen to
started
a
do
Gray. But
that
there,
through,
to make the play on the
season, throughout the season.
outside,
He's got more and more
Martinez.
and more. Our offensive line has really stepped up.
This young man, listed at 5'4",
and then, of course,
115
he just
pounds,
makes things happen.
plays
You
like
get him
he's
the ball and he
6'6",
makes things happen.
220.
As far as
No fear.
the other things that we're looking
And that
for,
safety,
our
big
quarterback,
play,
Bjorn Kubala,
drops
has the
a
ability
Gray
to
for
run
no
the offense
yards,
the way it's supposed
and
to
we'll
be
set up a
run.
4th
We
and
do
5.
a lot of our coaching during the week so that we have less coaching to do on Friday night. We give our quarterback a lot of autonomy
set up at the
in
10.
what to do with our offense.
Back to return will be Steffens for the Huskies as the punt is away. Dawkins, good leg. Steffens will take it at his own 36, but has some room up the middle. Now cuts to the left and then is chopped down up at the 43-yard line. And that is where Wahpeton will take over from. So another punt for this Fargo South offense. They really have not been able to get anything going. And Work, who has come into this game, had thrown for 235, has thrown 235 times so far this year. We know we're going to see him pass. Has just not really been able to push it into the middle. A couple sideline throws, and obviously that screen set up with a Gray didn't go anywhere. Meanwhile, it's the Trayton Malk show as he is picking his way over that left side from the 43 up to the 48-yard line. So a gain of 5 will set up a 2nd and 5. And Trayton Malk, as the clock ticks away to 2 minutes, is going to try to hit that century mark within the first quarter. He's got 77 yards so far as he takes, no, it's going to be a play action. Throw out to the left side, a lot of room out there for Wahpeton, and there he goes. It is JaVries down the sideline, breaks a tackle, carrying defenders to the 2. A 50-yard pass and catch, but JaVries did all the work on the play action. As Jackson JaVries, dragging defenders with him, had spun off another tackle inside the 10, gets all the way to the 2. And we'll set up a 1st and goal for Wahpeton as he goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Kubala, shotgun formation, putting a man in motion. He's got Trayton Malk back there with him. It's going to be a handoff to him. He's looking left side, has it easy. Walk-in touchdown, Trayton Malk. And just like that, the Huskies go up 13. So Malk again didn't do as much work as he did on the first time. He's on for the extra point as well. That one is up and good. 14-0 your score with 2:01 to go in this first quarter. Wahpeton up 14-0. We'll pause when we come back. Kickoff from Fargo South. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
2:01 to go in this first quarter. 14-0 your score. Trayton Malk with a couple of touchdowns, but it was Jackson JaVries on that last play, a 50-yard reception that set up that 2-yard touchdown for Malk. JaVries, by the way, leading receiver in yards for the Huskies with 507. He almost had his 4th touchdown of the year as well, as this kick is not a good one, picked up and fielded by South at their own 30. And moving forward, not sure who that was on the return. It looked like maybe number 12 for the Bruins. That's Sutton Bruggeman, who gets it up to, I would give it the 33-yard line of Fargo South, as the referees kind of throw it back and forth. That drive, by the way, 3 plays, 57 yards, consume 50 seconds of game time, and the Huskies taking a 14-0 lead. Ball is placed at the 34. We'll see how Fargo South can respond. Like we talked about in the pregame show, this offense is something that we should be watching for. We get a late substitution for Fargo South. Coming onto the field is Evan Felber. Work will take it. We'll hand it off to a Gray over that right side. He goes through the defense of South on the right side. A Gray still running, still moving his feet. Looked like maybe he had a 4-yard gain. Instead, he turns it into a 9-yard carry on that first down run. And that is going to be what South needs to balance out this offense. You saw how effective that play action was for Wahpeton after they had fed Malk over and over and over and over again. And then the play action to JaVries, and he had a ton of room on the near side to get it down to the 2. South needs to balance out this offense. Plenty of time left as we approach the 1-minute mark of this first quarter. South can score in bunches, so they shouldn't have any worry. We're going to get a delay of game penalty on Fargo South. Of course, Warwick does see the play clock right in front of him. Game clock is still running for some reason. Game clock needed to stop about 10 seconds ago. So an extra 12 seconds go off. I wonder if they're going to try and get that corrected. We'll see if they can. The delay of game, though, pushes it back. So instead of 2nd and 1, we have 2nd and 6. So back to a minute 10 as at work. We'll throw it to that left side, and it is Felber who ends up with the catch, but it was behind him. He had to corral that ball. I believe it would have been a backwards pass as Felber ends up taking it. On the outside there for Wahpeton with the play is Braden Steffens. So that pass after the penalty pushed him back behind the original line of scrimmage all the way to the 31-yard line. So that one is a loss of 7 on the play. And work, 3rd and 13. Looks right, looks left, he's looking. Throws it out to Kessel, who had his defender fall down. That was Steffens in front of him, catches it at the Wahpeton 49. So a play of 20 yards gets them a first down on a 3rd and 13. And Kessel moving the chains in South. This is the second time that they have had a first down on a drive, but it was definitely needed. Those formations and those routes look very crisp for South as Work will look to his right, and he'll throw it back to his left, and he has his man with the catch. It is Taylor who is taken down inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. Another 20-yard pitch and catch, and that'll be most likely the final play of the first quarter, as Fargo South is now moving the ball. But they still trail on the scoreboard 14-0 at the end of 1. Wahpeton has come out on fire offensively, scoring on 2 of their first 3 offensive drives. We'll break first quarter in the books. Your score, Wahpeton 14, South nothing. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Back here to get things underway for the second quarter of action. Fargo South trails 14-0, but have moved the ball. They've completed 2 passes for 40 yards on 2 back-to-back plays as Work throws it out to his right. It is caught and brought in on the outside. Catch and reception made by Kobe Simmers. 5'10" junior, makes the catch. Gain of 6 on the play. So a 2nd and 4 for Work. 3 to his left, 1 to his right. South spreading it out. A Gray with him in the backfield. Work will take it. He's going to hand it off to a Gray. He's got a hole over the right side. Goes over a defender, past the 15, and then thrown down up at the 13-yard line. Gain of 9 for a Gray. And you can see now the Bruins starting to get into some momentum on the offensive side of the ball. And quickly to the line of scrimmage. They've gone with pace at some points. Other times they have get set up and then look to the sideline to get the call. Work will go pace. He looks right. It's going to be a fade for Kessel, and it is incomplete. Great defense on the outside by Wahpeton. It looked to be quarterback Jackson DeVries out there making the play. So DeVries can do offense, he can do defense. DeVries listed at 6 foot, 160 pounds, giving it up 6 inches to Kessel, who moves over to the slot on the left side. Anderson in motion, so 3 on the left. And it's going to be a handoff to a Gray over that right side that was vacated by Anderson. He's bounced down inside the 10 up to the 7-yard line. So a gain of 5 will set up a 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5 on the play brings up 3rd and 5 to the Bruins.
So a manageable. Keaton Dockin, by the way, a very good kicker for Fargo South. And a guy that will definitely be in play. I don't think he's in play at this point. You want to try and get 6. Great defense on the outside by Wahpeton on a run. Looked like a Gray was trying to go off tackle. He ends up losing a yard back to the 8-yard line. So it'll be a 4th and 6th. And a decision point for South. And, well, they change it up on what I thought they were going to do, as Keaton Dockin does step out, and he'll have an opportunity here at a 25-yard field goal from the right hash. You gain yardage on that play, I would assume that you're going to go for it, as the spot is down, kick is up, and it is good. A 25-yard field goal is through for Dockin, and South is on the board. 14-3 your score. We will break. When we come back, kickoff for the Bruins. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Dan Gunnarsson back here with you on your live events broadcast. North Dakota High School football, a 25-yard field goal for Keaton Dockin. That drive, 11 plays and covered 3 minutes. Pardon me, more than that. 4 minutes and 12 seconds of game time. A 25-yard field goal for Dockin. Gets Fargo South on the board. Kind of talking going into that, I thought being down 14, start of the second quarter, you would expect that Fargo South may be going for it. But the play on 3rd and 5, the run that ended up losing him yardage, is probably what deterred Coach Kozel from trying to go for it on 4th down near the goal line as they return. For DeVries gets gets Wahpeton up to the 30-yard line. 31, I should say, and that is where they will start their first drive of the second quarter. 9:38 to go. On 14-3. Trayden Malk, 10 carries, 79 yards, and 2 touchdowns in that first quarter alone. As he joins Kubel in the backfield, he'll take it. No, it'll be Kubel. He'll hang on to it. He throws it out to his right. It's DeVries again. DeVries with a lot of room in front of him, and he's running free. Taken down up at the 50-yard line. So Jackson DeVries with another strong run. They had remarked that ball at the 30-yard line, and so it's a 20-yard pass play from Kubel to DeVries. And a first down at midfield for the Huskies. That play action, it's the RPO action where Kubel's got his head up, and he's either going to keep the ball in the stomach of Malk, or he's going to take it out and find DeVries, run a little flare route to the sideline. And DeVries, such a quick athlete, able to make that catch and run. This one to the right side, thrown out there for Steffens, who gets pushed out past the first down marker, and a run up to the 38, and it will be a gain of 12. Now time Steffens on the right side. So now we're seeing Kubel show his arm off 1,328 yards, 13 touchdowns so far this year for the Huskies, who are already into Fargo South territory within 2 plays on their first drive of the second quarter. Play action to Malk, throw it to the outside, a lot of room up that right sideline, breaking through tackles and getting another first down is Steffens. Up to the 28 and a gain of 10. 42 yards covered on 3 pass plays, all to the right side of the field. Huskies going with a little bit of pace here. This drive started with 9:38 to go in this second quarter. And it's going to be a play action to the right side, and that one I believe was short, and it is, incomplete pass. The intended target again was Steffens, but the shorted the throw did Kubel. And it'll set up a 2nd and 10. Nothing really special with what Wahpeton is doing either. It's, some RPO action, play action, but they're not throwing a lot of different looks at Fargo South, as this one's going to be a handoff to Mauk, who is taken down after a short gain from the 28 up to the 26. So a gain of 2, and it will set up a 3rd and 8 for this South defense. So now the question becomes, with Trayton Mauk being your place kicker, where you're at on the field, the wind is behind you, light breeze, probably 5 miles an hour, nothing more. Do you go for it if you're in a situation at 4th and 8? Say you don't get any yards here. We'll find out as Kubel will throw to his left. No, it's knocked out of the air. Great job on the defense. That's Kessel on the right side. The defensive end for the Bruins knocking that one out of the air. The intended target was Mauk. And so it does set up a 4th and 8. Now the question that we had asked right before that snap is, what do you do here? Wahpeton looking to their sideline. Coach Gilbertson. We'll say we're going for it. Kind of no man's land for a team that doesn't have a solid place kicker. A 4th and 8. Kubel will take it. He'll look to his left, throw to his left, and it is intercepted. It is picked off at the 10 by Jackson Lewis, who returns it back to the 15-yard line of South. So the interception thrown, Jackson Lewis comes up with the INT. The freshman playing perfect zone coverage, picked that off at about the 7-yard line, got a nice little 8-yard return. And that is where South will take over with 7:48 to go in this first half. Will that be a momentum changer for Fargo South? Great defense by the Bruins. Now, the field position isn't great, but they proved on their last drive, covering nearly 66 yards of the field, that they can move it and move it through the air as Warwick has some pressure. Pump fakes. He rolls out to his right. He throws to his right, and it is caught, and then stepping out of bounds on the reception is Amari Taylor. The yardage gained is minimal, maybe 2. Well, make it 3 as it's up to the 18 yards, but it's better than a sack. Warwick has got great presence when he is in that pocket, being able to step up, keeps his eyes downfield, and positive yardage. No matter what they do, is we're going to get a substitution as Kobe Simmers has to come on out of the game. Checking in will be Sutton Bruggeman. Oh, we get an ineligible receiver downfield on the play. Didn't see the flag. My apologies. So the ineligible receiver is a 5-yard penalty. Ineligible man. So instead of a 2nd and 7, it's a 1st and 15. Warwick takes it, fakes the handoff, throws to his left, and that is caught out there by Javon Anderson, who hops through some defenders and is taken down past the 25-yard line. So a first down and a gain of 15 for one of Warwick's favorite targets, Javon Anderson. A little bubble screen on the play. And South moves the ball. And this is what we talked about in that last drive. They ended up getting the field goal, a 25-yard one for Dokken, but they had moved it all the way to the 7-yard line of Wahpeton. So South can move the ball. They can move it through the air. Work. Look at that left side. He's going to Taylor, who makes the catch and steps out of bounds at midfield. So Taylor up to the 48-yard line. Gain of 27 on the pass play. And you can see the connection between Work and Taylor play out in plays like that. Just a beautiful over-shoulder catch, almost like Work placed it in Taylor's hands. Work now will run to his right, looks to his right, throws to his right, has a man, and it is open. It is Anderson with the catch as he toe taps along the sideline to bring it in up at the 31-yard line. So a gain of 17 on that pass play. It's been Anderson, it's been Taylor, and it's definitely been Work's arm to the sidelines. This offense starting to cook. You got to feel, if you're Kessel, or Kozel, I should say, you're looking at going for 6 here if this draw starts to stall out inside the goal line or inside the 20. A blitz from the right side and a sack. Trayton Mauk with the sack. Back at the 40, a loss of 9. The man isn't scoring touchdowns. He's making huge plays on the defensive side of the ball. Not the first time that South has faced a setback on this drive. They had a 5-yard penalty to open things up. That 9-yard loss will set up a 2nd and 19 as Work will look to the right, throws to the right, has a man, and boy, Taylor had sprung free behind the defense as DeVries kind of lost him. Had Work waited maybe another tick, he may have had an opportunity to hit Taylor. DeVries did enough to reroute Taylor on the outside. That's a timing route as Work lets it go. Taylor doesn't get hands on him. He gets around DeVries, or I should say DeVries doesn't get hands on Taylor. That may be a walk-in touchdown for South. So, disaster averted. And it will set up a 3rd and 19 for the Bruins. Work will take it. Blitz is coming. He's got to step up in the pocket, throws it over the middle, incomplete. Had pressure on him. He was looking for Taylor again, and the drive stalls out, and we got to go back to that sack from Trayton Mauk. Really stops the momentum of the drive for South. Things are cooking for them. But that sack just completely throws him off. Trayton Mauk, the 9-yard sack on a 1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line of Wahpeton. Instead, Dokken will stand back at his own 46-yard line to punt it away. It's Steffens to return. It is going to go over his head. He'll let that bounce smartly at the 10, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. So, with 6:08 to go in this first half, Wahpeton will take over from the 20. See if we can't get a chance to update you on some scores from around the state of North Dakota as Wahpeton comes out offensively. Right now, in Class 2A, you've got Devils Lake up 14-7 on Grand Forks Central with 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. These two teams, of course, watching it with some interest intent as those two teams sit in the same standings race, I would say, as Fargo South and Wahpeton, with Grand Forks Central 1 EDC win, Devils Lake with 1 EDC win. So, eyes on that one as Trayton Mauk opens up the possession with a 2-yard run. And we'll set up a 2nd and 8. Kubel, shotgun formation. He looks to his right. He'll throw to his right. It's Steffens who makes a nice little in cut, and there he goes past the 40. Boy, he had one guy to beat. But what a move on the outside by Steffens as he is taken down up at the 43-yard line, so a gain of 21. Just made a little bit of an in cut to get by the initial defender. We are in a crammed booth here at the Fargo South field. There's about 12 of us in here. Feels like 22, but we are joined by a couple of the Wahpeton assistant coaches who thought that one was going. Kubel, he'll look to try and get something. He's got a man over the middle. It's Steffens again. And just overshot his man at the 25-yard line. A little bit more air on that one, and Steffens is walking in for a touchdown. It almost looked like the safeties, both Taylor and Javon Anderson, were kind of caught flat-footed. And actually, it was Chani Ajak, who was back there for Fargo South. The incomplete pass, though, will set up a 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. So it'll be a handoff to Malk over the left side. Makes one cut, cups past the 45, down to the 49. Gain of 6 on 2nd down. And Trayton Malk. We'll set up a 3rd and 3. 3rd and 4, pardon me. Under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Stop here for South would be huge. It's going to be a play action, roll to the left, and it's DeVries who was open at the 50. I don't know how much room he would have been able to run. He was being attacked on the outside by one Jackson Lewis, who had him in his sights. So the incomplete pass on a 3rd and 4 will cause the Huskies to set up in a punt formation with Bjorn Kubel, their punter. So a big stand for South after their previous offensive drive. And it's going to be a fake punt run for Trayton Malk, who gets past the 35 and is taken down up at the 26-yard line. So a 25-yard run, make it a 24-yard run on the 4th and 4. And Malk just took it and took off. And South needs a timeout to regroup the troops after what looked like they were just going to be able to get the ball back and get that offense back on the field. 4:16 to go in this first half. Your score, Fargo South trails Wahpeton 14-3. We pause here on your live events broadcast on North Dakota High School football.
RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag.
RDK 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 is now Agassi Precision Ag.
You heard that right. RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag. Same location, employees, and customer service you deserve. Visit us at planterdoc.com.
Back here from the timeout, which was brought to you by Southview Dental. From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, Southview Dental Care in Moorhead offers personalized care that fits your needs. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. So that run of 24 yards for Trayton Malk gets him well over the century mark on tonight's game in this first half and sets up a 1st and 10 from the 27. He's going to take the ball again, bouncing it out to the left side, cuts inside, gets a guy low, and the ball's free. The ball is on the turf, still running, and South, instead of just jumping on it, decided to try and pick it up and run with it, and in their haste, kick it back to Kubel, who gets the ball back at the 36-yard line. So all of that is a loss of 9, and Wahpeton still hangs on to the ball. Malk had made a fantastic cut on that play and was looking to run free, but South, instead of trying to just jump on the ball, was trying to pick it up and run with it, and the mistake cost them an opportunity to get a turnover. Would have been their second of the game, as Malk's going to take it to the right side. Now he's pushed back to the 45 and then cuts up past the 30, puts his hand to the ground to make the cut to past the 25 to the 24-yard line. That was an exciting run of 12 yards for Malk. And we'll set up a 3rd and 7. For Wahpeton after it was a 2nd and 19. This has been one of the more exciting, I would say, back and forths that we have had or I should say a couple play sequences that we have had in this one. 3rd and 7 at the 24, shotgun formation. Wahpeton. And Kubel looks to the left. He throws to the left, has a man wide open. It's Jackson DeVries, 24-yard pitch and catch. And Wahpeton strikes again. A 24-yard pass, just wide open. Nobody within 10 yards of him. DeVries, that is. As Mauk will kick it up and good. 2:37 to go in this first half. Your score, Wahpeton 21, South 3. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence.
Dan Gunderson back with you here on your live event, joined by Reggie Funk. That drive covered 80 yards, 9 plays, and took off 3 minutes and 41 seconds of game action, capped off by the 24-yard touchdown. Pitch and catch from Kubala to DeVries. There's a lot more to really unpack within that drive as well, and we'll get to it here in a moment as the kickoff goes deep, and it is taken by Taylor, or I should say Anderson does the fake reverse. Wahpeton's not faked out as Anderson will get pushed out of bounds on his own sideline up at the 27-yard line, and that is where Fargo South will take over from with 2:31 to go. You had a 4th down fake punt run by Trayton Mauk on that last drive for 24 yards. The very next play, you had a negative 9-yard run because of a fumble by Trayton Mauk, where South had every opportunity just to jump on the ball and get the turnover. They did not. They kicked it back into the hands of Kubel. And then a 12-yard run, which covered about 25 yards for Mauk on the next play after that, and then a 24-yard touchdown pass. So just a lot of activity for this Wahpeton offense as Warwick looks for some time in the pocket, has it, kicks it out to that right side, and then it is caught and then dipped out of bounds is Tate Barnacle. As that pass play nets, looks like 5 yards as it goes up to the 32-yard line. And we'll set up a 2nd and 5. South kicked off to start the game. We'll get the ball to start the second half. Looking to score going into the locker room. All kinds of time Warwick has, and he'll run it up the right side, looks and gets that first down for Fargo South past the 37, or right at it, in fact. So it moves the chains on a 5-yard run. But, boy, he has had a ton of time. That blitz on the last drive from Mauk came on a blitz. I should say the sack on the last drive came on a blitz from Mauk, one of the linebackers for this Wahpeton team. Wahpeton up 18, probably content to just let Warwick stand back there and make some plays as Kessel gets it out on the left side, past the 40, up to the 42-yard line. So another 5-yard pitch and catch. As we get to 2 minutes left in this first half. South going tempo. No huddle. Bruggeman right now looking to the sideline. He's up on the line of scrimmage. Gets the call. Here goes the passes. Warwick will look out to that right side. It is Kessel who gets a block from Bruggeman downfield into Wahpeton territory. Down to the 44-yard line. Gain of 14 on the pass play. And Kessel continues to move the ball on the outside for Warwick. Brevin Warwick, 6 feet, 180 pounds, the senior, throws a beautiful long ball, has great pocket composure, as he looks to the right, quickly passes it out to the right, and it is incomplete. His intended target was Taylor, who fell to the ground. Footing is going to be a bit of an issue with the rain throughout the day here in the Fargo metro area. Add in the chilly temperatures, definitely moisture on the track surrounding the Fargo South football field. The Brant Kwame field. And South having some of those footing issues. As this ball is on the 43, and it is intercepted. It's intercepted on the outside, picked off as the ball comes free. So the interception and the fumble, ball was picked up by Wahpeton. So still Husky football, trying to get a number on that play. It might have been Evan Doctor who ends up with that interception. I believe it was number 16. He's got the jersey kind of above the back pad. And so the interception thrown by Warwick looked like maybe he either had some miscommunications with his wideout and then quickly snapping the ball into the outside. It's Steffens who's wide open and will just walk in for a 53-yard touchdown. South completely caught off guard. And Wahpeton, just like that, within 10 seconds of grabbing the ball, making 9 seconds, gets the touchdown, 53 yards. Steffens gets another touchdown for this passing offense. The kick is up and good for Mauk. 1:07 to go in this first half. Your score, Wahpeton 28, Fargo South 3. You're watching North Dakota High School football and your live event.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
1:07 to go in this first half. It has been all Wahpeton in some wild sequences on the offensive side. They score 53-yard touchdown from Kubel to Steffens, the PAT good. One play, 53 yards, 9 seconds of game action on that one, and the PAT good gives them a 28-3 lead. That interception, by the way, Doctor with the INT on it, set up Wahpeton offensively. And then just Fargo South didn't really seem prepared on that one, as it is going to be Anderson to the right side, to outside of the Fargo South, and we're going to get a holding penalty on the outside as Bruggeman rinds out Steffens out of play. The flag is going to be on the Bruins. And that penalty thrown at the 30-yard line. At least that's where the ball went out. Kind of discussing where this one's going to go back to. So Fargo South, since that 25-yard field goal, made the score 14-3 with about 9:30 or 9:40 to go in the second half, has just had a tough go of it. And we can recap really the last 5 offensive plays for Wahpeton, which maybe is kind of a microcosm, if you will, of the season for Fargo South with 1:02 to go in this half. The ball sits at the 19-yard line. Fargo South and Warwick will take it. Looks to his left, throws to his left. It's caught by Taylor, goes out of bounds up at the 26-yard line. So a gain of 5. But you go back, it was a 4th down. It was the 6th play of the drive for Wahpeton, a 4th down, and it was a 4th and 4. Looked like, for all intents and purposes, Wahpeton was going to punt it away. Instead, Trayton Mauk takes it and runs it 24 yards for a 1st down as Warwick looks. Plenty of time. He'll throw it to that left and throws it incomplete to Taylor. And then following that play, Mauk takes the ball again after a timeout from Fargo South. Makes a beautiful cut, but leaves the ball behind him in doing so. South had 3 players by the ball. All of them, or at least a couple, try to just pick it up instead of land on it. And in doing so, kick it to Kubel. His work will take it. He'll look to his left. He'll throw to his left, and that one is almost intercepted. Instead, Kosel will take it. Kessel, I should say, and gets a first down up to the 31-yard line. It will be a timeout for Fargo South. We'll keep it right here, as that is a 5-yard, or I should say a 6-yard pass play. 7-yard pass play to Kessel. But then you go back, you have the fumble, loss of 9, and then it is a 12-yard run where Malk was running at the 45-yard line. The 12-yard run set up a 3rd and 7 for Wahpeton, and then a 24-yard pass play to DeVries, who was wide open. Then you have the interception by Doctor for Wahpeton. They fumble it on the return as it is picked up at the 47, their own 47-yard line. And then Wahpeton quick to the ball, quick to snap. South just not ready in a 53-yard touchdown pass. Just a wild, just 5-play sequence for Wahpeton to put them into this 25-point lead as Wark is going to throw it over the right side. Kessel wide open down the middle as he bounces off a Martinez hit and is taken down in Fargo South territory up at the 47-yard line. So a 22-yard pass play and a first down. And the first down does stop the clock, 36 seconds. They still have a timeout left as Work will look to the right. He'll throw to the right. It's Taylor who gets out of bounds up at the 40-yard line. So a gain of 7 on that one. And you got to remember with the kicker in Keaton Dokken, he's got a good leg. I would have to say you get the ball to about the 30. Wind not really too much of a factor. You can start to think about Dokken potentially kicking. I don't know if his leg is 47, 45, but I would imagine the 40-yard range is still within his territory as Wark has just got to throw this away. Threw it to Anderson, the intended receiver, as he is run out of bounds. It'll set up a 3rd and 3. Down here in front of us is the Fargo South bench, and Dokken is practicing both his punts and his kicks. I think that's what Coach Kozel is talking to him about right now, about, what is your distance? Where do we have to get it to in order for us to feel confident in your ability to kick this ball? Work looks to his left. Now will run to his right. Has great blocking. Throws it out to the right. It's Taylor with the catch. And he goes out of bounds. First down. And from the 40. Trying to figure out where he went out of play. Looks to be the 33-yard line. So a gain of 7 on the play. We'll set up a 1st and 10 from the 33. Work throws it over the middle and is caught by Taylor at the 25, and we're going to get a timeout from Coach Kozel. So a gain of 8 on that play. We'll set up a 2nd and 2. So picking apart the Wahpeton defense, death by 1,000 paper cuts, if you will. But this is, again, where you're trying to go into the locker room with some positivity. Has been nothing but negativity for you. Nothing going your way so far in this first half. You're out of timeouts. So if you're Wark, you're looking to the sidelines. You can't take a sack. 12 seconds to go. And you need this opportunity to get points on the scoreboard. I would imagine it's going to be a quick out. They found Taylor on some nice quick outs. He's got completions to Taylor of 5 yards, 7 yards, 7 yards. That one over in the middle on 8 yards. So Taylor is finding his opening out there, mostly on the right side of the ball. So look for maybe a quick out to Taylor, something on the sideline. You get out of bounds, then we would probably see Keaton Dokken come on in. He's got 1 field goal so far today, a 25-yarder, which is why South does have 3 points. Taylor ends up on the right side. It's 3 to the left of Wark. Simmers is out there with Kessel and Anderson. Gray in the backfield with him. Work looks. Pump fake, throws it right, and it is caught by Taylor. No! Incomplete. He drops it as he was trying to catch it and get out of bounds. He would have been up at the 15-yard line. 7 seconds to go, and Fargo South will send out the field goal unit. The holder, by the way, is Silas Johnson, backup freshman quarterback. He will kneel down at the 37-yard line as Dokken will line it up. So a 47-yard field goal attempt upcoming. Make that 42. Sorry, I apologize. Johnson is set up at the 32-yard line. Snaps down, kick is up, and that is a beautiful end-over-end kick, but it is to the right of the pole, incomplete. And with 1 second left, Wahpeton will take over. Boy, that was a nice-looking kick. Just did not push it in well enough. It goes out of bounds to the back of the end zone, so it ends up being a touchback with the ball set up at the 20-yard line. And you go back to that incompletion. Taylor. Wahpeton will set up to just take a knee and go into the half. Happy with a 28-3 lead over the Bruins. At the break, Wahpeton, a fantastic flourish offensively to end the half, has given them this 25-point advantage. We will break. When we come back, we'll give you some halftime stats and break down that first half of action. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
035 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for Students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
Dan Gunnarsson back here on the Your Live Event halftime show, brought to you by First Class Mortgage. We appreciate them giving us this opportunity to bring you this halftime show. We're going to get a chance to kind of go through and see what or I should say recap that first half when it came to some of this game action between these two teams. Wahpeton started out with the ball when a quick 3-and-out. Fargo South was moving the ball as well, but ended up having to punt it. It was a touchback. Wahpeton took over from the 20, and on their second possession, it was the Trayton Mauk show. A 60-yard touchdown run for Trayton Mauk capped off a 7-play, 80-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Trayton Mauk, by the way, had 6 carries on those 7 plays for 75 yards. That was his first touchdown of the game. Another 3-and-out followed for Fargo South, where Wahpeton would then set up with a Trayton Mauk run, and then a 50-yard pass play from Kubala to DeVries. That got them down to the 2-yard line, where Trayton Mauk would punch it in for his second touchdown of the game with just under 2 minutes to go in that first half, or I should say first quarter, to give Wahpeton a 14-0 lead. Fargo South in the ensuing possession would drive it down to the 7-yard line. The drive would stall there. A Dock and 25-yard field goal put them on the board to roughly about a couple minutes into that second quarter. Kubel on the following drive for Wahpeton would throw an interception to Jackson Lewis, and it felt like Fargo South was starting to gain some momentum. They were, in fact, moving the ball into Wahpeton territory until defensively Trayton Mauk put his stance on the game on the 5th play of the second drive of the second quarter for Fargo South. He picks up a 9-yard sack, pushing Fargo South back to the Wahpeton 40. They were unable to recover from there and had the punt. It goes into the end zone, and Wahpeton would come back with a 9-play, 80-yard drive for a touchdown. But this is where really the game changed in general. After a fourth down play, or I should say a third down play that resulted in an incomplete pass to DeVries on a 4th and 4, a 24-yard run for Trayton Mauk got him a first down. Timeout South. Wahpeton comes back. Give it to Mauk. He fumbles, but South cannot recover. It is kicked back to Kubala, who picks it up 9 yards past the original line of scrimmage. And then a 44-yard run, or I should say a 12-yard run by number 44, Trayton Mauk, set up a 3rd and 7, and then a 24-yard pass play from Kubala to DeVries gives them a touchdown. PAT is good. It's 21-3 at that point. An interception thrown by Brevin Wark to Doctor set up the 1-play 53-yard touchdown from Kubala to Steffens, and that touchdown took all of 9 seconds. Just a wild sequence where South just did not seem ready to be playing defense after the change of possessions. They came back, drove the ball down the field yet again, had a chance from 42 yards. A field goal from Dawkin goes just wide right, and the field goal going wide right keeps this score at 28-3 at the break. That is a breakdown, a recap of what has happened in these first 2 quarters. When we come back, we'll try to give you some of those first half stats from both Wahpeton and Fargo South. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
Transform your space with premium painting. Whether you're looking to remodel an existing space or add new construction from residential, commercial, and industrial, Premium Painting's team of experts delivers top-notch quality and attention to detail on time and on budget. Premium Painting offers services from drywall, wall coverings, millwork, and painting. For a free estimate, contact Forrest Tritel at paintfargo.com or call 701-200-2797.
From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, Southview Dental Care offers personalized care that fits your needs. They are there when you need them most, offering emergency examinations with same-day treatment in most cases. Have a cold sore or canker sore? Southview Dental Care provides laser treatments to address these painful conditions. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com. Southview Dental Care in Moorhead is your dental home.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Back here on the First Class Mortgage halftime show. First Class Mortgage, locally owned and operated. More than just our company name, it's the way we do business. Whether you're buying a new home, refinancing your existing mortgage, our dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. We provide first-class service, first-class knowledge, and a first-class experience at the lowest interest rates. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. Well, just under 2 minutes ago before we kick things off here for the second half, a look at some of the stats, some of the key players for both of these teams. We start with Brevin Wark, 17 of 28 for 194 yards and an interception. His counterpart in Bjorn Kuvula, 8 of 14, 195 yards. He has 2 touchdowns and an interception. Right now, though, Trayton Mount, kind of the story of the game, 16 carries, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns for that young man. 79 of those 116 coming in that first quarter. He has really helped carry and continue to carry this offense. We've got to look a lot for him in that second half, as well as Wahpeton will try to, at the very least, shorten this game up 28-3. Fargo South still has been moving the ball, and that has not stopped throughout the majority of this first half. They've been able to do a lot of things through the air, specifically with those 194 yards, 28 passes for Brevin Wark. So if I'm Fargo South, we get the ball to start the second half. We got to be ready to go, and we got to be ready to move the ball and move the ball quickly. And Wahpeton, we're probably going to see a lot of Trayton Mount in this second half. That will do it for our First Class Mortgage halftime show. We will take our final break. When we come back, kickoff from the second half of Fargo South. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag.
RDK 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 is now Agassi Precision Ag.
You heard that right. RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag. Same location, employees, and customer service you deserve. Visit us at planterdoc.com.
Well, about to kick things off here from the second half of Fargo South's game, hosting Wahpeton. Wahpeton will kick off, going left to right on your screen, or more directionally south to north. As back to receive for Fargo South will be Javon Anderson, and looks like Bruggeman is back there as well. That's Sutton Bruggeman for Fargo South, and it will be Bruggeman who takes it. Coming over that left side, looking for some room, and will just go out of bounds up at the 30-yard line. So that's where Fargo South will take over to start the third quarter. And it is time for Fargo South to get going. Real conversation about, hey, what does the running clock look like? Wahpeton is getting into that area as the rain is starting to come down a little bit more here. We see mist with those lights, the tower lights here at the Fargo South football field. Some of these fans here who have braved a little bit of the chilly weather. It's fall weather in North Dakota finally upon us. Of course, for some of you, you're probably waiting longer for that extended summer weather where we're getting 70s and 50s as Warwick finds his man. It's Kessel over that middle. He goes from the 30 up to the 37-yard line, so a gain of 7. So Warwick, like we said, 28 passes in that first half, and probably going to see about 28 more in this second half. Fargo South really needs to continue to move the ball in small pieces. If you're finding any silver lining from that first half, that's really where they're able to take advantage of this. Warwick steps up in the pocket, throws it out to his left, and it is incomplete as he was looking for Anderson. Warwick does not want to run with the ball. That might be another piece of conversation that he should have with, or some of the coaches should have with him. He's got some opportunities. He moves so well up in the pocket. He keeps his eyes downfield. But in a situation where you've got 3 yards to get, a first down, take those 3 yards, set up for a next time as Anderson goes in motion, left to right. Warwick takes the ball. It's a blitz. It is a screen setup as Warwick has some room and then throws it over the middle and has Kessel into Wahpeton territory all the way down to the Huskies' 40-yard line. We're going to have a conversation. I'm thinking there might be some laundry out on the field and unable to see it. As it stands, it's a 20-yard pitch and catch, 23-yard pitch and catch, but this one will be coming back. It was a screen, so we may have an ineligible man downfield. And I think that's what the call is going to be, and yes, it is. They were trying to set up a screen to a gray on the left side, and usually offensive linemen are taught to count. 1, 2, 3, and then you take off. They're looking downfield as the runner is looking for the ball coming out of the backfield. And in those situations, when that timing is off, that penalty will happen, and so it sets up a 3rd and 8. And Warwick will run to the right, then he'll look back to the left, has a man, Taylor, just out of his reach as he kind of had a bit of a deep post look to it. Had he had created more of an in route, more of a dig route, if you will, that ball may have arrived on time. But the incomplete pass, and not quite a 3 and out, but feels that way for Fargo South. And they will punt. So it looked like they had something working there. As Dawkin will take it. And he'll punt it away. Beautiful punt, and it'll be a fair catch called for by Steffens at the 30-yard line. He had a lot of room in front of him, but really just did not feel confident in his footing in that one. And so the fair catch to make sure and secure possession with 10:45 to go in this 3rd quarter. And Wahpeton will start at their own 30. Like we talked about, we expect plenty of Trayton Mauck throughout the remainder of this second half, as Wahpeton will look to try and close out this game as quickly as possible, shorten the game, if you will, get that clock to start to move. And Trayton Mauck has had a fantastic game, and he starts out this half with a fantastic run up to the 40-yard line. They'll say he was down short of the mark to get the line to gain. So a run of 9 for Trayton Mauck. And we're going to be checking in on him as he continues to put up the yards. Now to 125 on 17 carries for the senior. And here we see Wahpeton just slow things down. Play clock now. Going to be creeping up closer to about 10, maybe under it before. Kubala will take that snap as he's in shotgun. He looks behind him. Takes a snap with under 5 to go, and it's a handoff Trayton Mauck, who follows his blockers and then gets past the 45 to the 47-yard line. So a gain of 8 on the play. Boy, offensively, he was following his center, Xander Moody. Not Xander Moody. Let's get back to the right team here. It was Hunter Belke, one of the guards for Wahpeton, but Trayton does a great job of chopping his feet, keeping him moving forward, makes that one cut and finds the hole. 1st and 10 from the Fargo South 47. It's going to be a handoff. Going right side is Mauck. He slips one tackle. Pass, and then past the 50 into Fargo South territory. That was actually from the Wahpeton 47. That ball gets up to the Fargo South 48. So a gain of 5. 22 yards on this first drive of the 3rd quarter for Wahpeton. And here you go. Under 9 minutes to go. 2 minutes so far consumed on this drive when Wahpeton took over at 10:54 to go in this 3rd quarter. This is exactly what we were talking about, as Mauck will take it, cuts inside. A couple of self-defenders there for a minimal gain for Mauck, maybe 1 on the carry. And we'll set up a 3rd and 4. The play action with some flares as well have worked. You've got Steffens set up kind of in that tight end position behind the line of scrimmage on the right side. DeVries is over there, or I should say DeVries is there. Steffens is the wideout. 2 in the backfield with Kubala, as well as it's going to be a keeper for Kubala, who gets the first down at Moore past the 40 and is taken out of bounds, runs out of bounds up at the 38-yard line. So a run of 9, up to the 37, 36. I should just shut up and let him place the ball finally. So up to the 36-yard line. A gain of 11 as Bjorn Kubala hangs on that one and runs. Now, this is something, again, where as a coach, he's going to hear it from Gilberts on the sideline. Young man, just slide. If you're going to go out and not be touched, just slide. We want that clock to run. It doesn't because he runs out of bounds and stops with 8:12 to go in this third quarter. He's practicing, waiting for that play clock to go under 5. There's really no point. Malk will run to the right side. He is bottled up there as he picks his way up to the 35-yard line, so a gain of 1 for Malk. This is exactly what we talked about, what we expected to see from Fargo South, or pardon me, from Wahpeton once they got their hands on the ball. Slow things down. This Wahpeton offense is the third highest scoring offense in the EDC in Class 2A this year, 184 points so far on the board coming into tonight's game. As it'll be a pass going for DeVries, who comes back for the ball, incomplete, and there's a flag. Jackson Lewis on the coverage as the ball was underthrown. The intended receiver, Steffens, not DeVries, who had to come back and try to fight through that defense. And that pass interference, not a spot foul. It ends up being up to the 20-yard line as the flag was thrown at the 19-yard line, I believe. So they walk it up to the 20. And we'll set up a 1st and 10 for Wahpeton with 7:33 to go in this third quarter. A drive that is now well over 3 minutes of action as it's Trayton Malk who sheds one tackle, cuts inside, still cutting inside, and finally just fallen on by Kessel as he goes from the 20 all the way to about the 12. So a gain of 8 on the run for Malk. So 2nd and 2 for Wahpeton. Again, not a lot of games going on across the state. They've spread those out throughout this week with most schools throughout the state of North Dakota not having any school today and yesterday, as it will be a throw. This one again to Steffens, and Steffens tries to go over the top of Lewis. Can't do it. Incomplete pass. We'll set up a 3rd and 2.
Jackson Lewis on the cover.
Well, 3rd and 2 for Wahpeton as they will walk up to the ball in a shotgun formation. They will not be afraid to go for it on 4th down with 6:51 to go in this game, especially if it means they can retain possession and keep the clock moving. They are going to throw it to the outside. It is Steffens who does get tackled after a 1st down, the completion from the 12 down to about the 2-yard line. Pardon me, the 3, so a 9-yard pass play. Complete to Steffens. And it'll be a 1st and goal from the 3. So they stopped the clock to move the chains, but they also said he got out of bounds, which, interesting. I definitely thought he stayed inbounds or was tackled inbounds. Even so, 1st and goal from the 3. Malk, and then they put Doctor in motion. They're going to hand it out to Malk. He goes to the right side, and he will just walk in for the 3-yard score and a touchdown for the Huskies. His 3rd touchdown of the game, and he will attempt the extra point. Fargo South, we're not going to see much more running from here as the clock will just continue to run with that 31 point, and Malk going to try to make it a 32-point lead for Wahpeton. That one is up, and it is good. 35-3 your score. All Wahpeton in this one over Fargo South. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence.
Back here on your live event, Dan Gunnarsson with Reggie the Funk Master, Funk Man Funk. His last name is just Funk. I've added all those other things. He doesn't go by any of that. I call him that. It's been nothing but good vibes down on the field for the Wahpeton Huskies. That drive consuming 5 minutes and 1 second of game time, covering 70 yards over 11 plays, capped off by a 3-yard Trayton Mauk run, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th extra point as well. So the man has counted for 21 total points tonight for Fargo, or I should say for Wahpeton, as the kick return is brought back for Fargo South up to the 32-yard line, and that is where the Bruins will start this drive from. 5:47 to go, and so for Fargo South, would be very surprised if there is much passing at all. Pardon me, they put it up at the 34-yard line. So the Bruins, and again, to kind of reiterate, and we'll figure out what's going on in the rest of the state of the EDCA, this doesn't necessarily negate the opportunity for Fargo South to actually get into the postseason, as it's a bubble screen to the outside on Anderson, who's then cut down out there as well. Good job by defensively on the outside. Looked like it was. Well, Michael Peterson is who they give it to. So the completion to Anderson for 1 yard. And we'll set up a 2nd and 9. Anderson going right to left. There was a high snap. They hand it off to a Gray. He's trying to get to the left side, and he is written down by Doctor. And a Gray, a little slow to get up on that one. The run gets him a few yards past the 35 to the 37-yard line. So we'll set up a 3rd and 6, that 3-yard run. Fargo South, at some point you got to start going for it on 4th down. I got to imagine if you're the Bruins. So he'll take it. He'll look to the right. Will work. And now he's going to step up in the pocket. And now he's going to try and take off. And he gets past the 40 to the 41-yard line. So 4 yards on the scamper will set up a 4th and 2. And so the question becomes, do you go for it? And I don't even know if that's a question that takes long to go over. Down by 32 points. Clock continues to run. 4th and 2 from the 41 for this Fargo South offense. Work takes the ball, and it's going to be a handoff to a Gray, who finds room over that right side and continues to run past the 50, sheds a tackle past the 40, and it goes out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. So a 19-yard run by a Gray on 4th and 2, and a 1st down for Fargo South. Well, that this running clock, what is the actual kind of strategy here for Fargo South? You got to score quickly. You got to hope for 3 and outs, really. Or if anything else, you got to maybe go for some onside kicks, as Warwick will throw the ball over that right side. Has a man incomplete. He was looking for Taylor on that right side. And we'll set up a 2nd and 10 from the 40. Around the state of North Dakota, as we discussed, it's important to note there's some other teams that we're playing. Devils Lake, Grand Forks Central, the other 2 one-win teams in the state of North Dakota. Grand Forks Central does fall to Devils Lake tonight, so Grand Forks Central will go to 1-3. Devils Lake will go up to 2-2 in EDC play. What does that mean for these 2 teams playing? We'll give you that in a moment as the Gray tries to run it up the right side. Great edge contain out on the right side by Wahpeton, so a run of 1 for Gray. Next week, Grand Forks Central takes on Wahpeton. So Grand Forks Central, in losing tonight, still has that shot at that 4C, but it's going to be a very much uphill battle because we have Wahpeton probably going on to get the victory tonight. I know there's another quarter left and even 14 minutes of game action, but up 32 points, going to take a miracle for Fargo South. So you'd have Devils Lake and Wahpeton both with 2 victories in the EDC as Warwick avoids the sack on the first player, but the second one he cannot. And the sack on the outside, that one is Isaiah Brushel. And a loss of 3. So we'll set up a 4th and 12 for Fargo South. They converted on 1 4th down earlier in this quarter. Warwick takes it, looks to his left, blitz coming, he throws it to his right, has a man, and it is a first down for Taylor as he gets out of bounds past the 30-yard line up to the 27. So a gain of 15 on the pass play when they needed 12. So Wahpeton brought an all-out blitz. But could not get to the quarterback before he got rid of it. So 2nd, 4th down conversion for Fargo South on this drive. Warwick will take it. He looks to his left, and he'll throw to his left and has a man. Bruggeman just lets it go through his hands. Looks at his gloves as if that was the issue there. And the incomplete pass doesn't stop the clock because of the score being a 30-plus point advantage for Wahpeton. So South will get into their wide-out positions and look to get off one more play before the end of this 3rd quarter. As Warwick takes the ball, sets up at his own 35, I should say the Wahpeton 35. Now he's going to scramble up the middle, now to the right, looking for some room, takes on defenders, and then is driven down to the ground up at the 22-yard line. So a run of 6 will be the last play of this 3rd quarter. Your score at the end of 3, Wahpeton 35, Fargo South 3. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Dan Gunnarsson back with you here at Fargo South, getting ready for 4th quarter action between Wahpeton and the Bruins. 35-3, Fargo South. With the ball, they've converted twice on 4th down. Now looking at a 3rd and 4 at the Wahpeton 22-yard line. Warwick takes it. Looks to his right and has some pressure. He'll be collapsed in the pocket and then brought down for a sack by a host of Wahpeton Huskies. I'm going to give that one to Luke Anderson, the nose guard, putting pressure up the middle. And the loss ends up being of 7. And Warwick and Fargo South now at a 4th and 10 again, trying to convert on a 4th down. Work will take it. He'll look to his right. Steps up in the pocket. Has some room to his left. Now he'll run up to the middle. Can he get to the first down marker? He cannot. Corralled before he can make the line to gain on the outside. Making the play for Wahpeton is Bjorn Kubel. No, pardon me, that was not Kubel. That was 19, not number 9. That is Isaiah Bruschel. And the run to the 20. Just short of the first down, about an 8-yard run. And a turnover on downs. And Wahpeton will take over from the 20 with 11:13 to go. 11:13 to go in this game. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Diving forward. See if we can't get a number. And it's not Trayton Mauk anymore. That one goes to Michael Peterson. So the run is a gain of about 3. So Michael Peterson is in, and I anticipate that we're going to see a lot more of some of those backups come into this game for Wahpeton. Clock will not stop with it being 35-3. Kubel will take it. He'll hand it off to Peterson. He finds some hole over that right side. Taken down close to the 30, up to the 29. Gain of 6 for Peterson. And the clock will continue to run. So going back to the Devils Lake victory, Wahpeton victory, those two will now have 2 wins within the EDC play. Grand Forks Central plays Wahpeton, and if Wahpeton wins, they're in. And the tough thing for Fargo South now, assuming that they fall here, which we believe this will happen, because of the win by Devils Lake and not having a chance to play Grand Forks Central, they have to hope that Grand Forks Central will lose. And really, at this point, it's over, I suppose, with the loss here tonight, now that I start to talk out loud about this. They gave the first down, by the way, on the run to Peterson. So give him a 7-yard run on the first down. And then on that first down run, gets it up to the 41-yard line. Pardon me, the 36-yard line. So a gain of 7 for 28. I should say, and correct myself, there really isn't any way mathematically for Fargo South to actually get into the postseason. Central, even in a defeat of Wahpeton, would actually give themselves a chance because of the 2 wins within EDC play. But the loss here tonight will eliminate Fargo South from playoff contention, with one more game going next week against Fargo Horace, as Peterson runs to the right side, stays in bounds. Not that matters. As the ball gets past the 35 to the 30, well, pardon me, stays at the 36. We do have an injury on the play as a player is down for Fargo South. Get the ball up to the 37, so a 1-yard run. We will break as well with 8:45 to go in this fourth quarter. Wahpeton well on their way to victory number 4 on the season, up 35-3 on Fargo South. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
The injured player for Fargo South, Jackson Lewis, as he's able to walk off under his own power. And that timeout brought to you by Southview Dental as well. We haven't had a chance to talk about them being our timeout sponsor a ton throughout this game, but we thank them all the same for sponsoring those timeouts. 3rd and 2 from the Wahpeton 37-yard line for the Huskies. Kubala, and the clock runs on the motion from the head referee. Shotgun formation. Peterson in the backfield. Kubala again, we'll just let that play clock melt down below 10 before he takes a snap, and it's going to be a handoff. Peterson over that right side, and he breaks through for a first down up to the 45-yard line. 8-yard run for Peterson, and a first down for Wahpeton. So the Huskies now, again, with Fargo South being eliminated, they have the opportunity defeating Grand Forks Central to take them out of the equation as well. With Devil's Lake then just going, hey, as long as Wahpeton wins, we're set. And in fact, I as long as Wahpeton wins, we're set. Devil's Lake is essentially set as well, as they beat Wahpeton earlier this year, or pardon me, lost to Wahpeton earlier this year, 28-14. So Grand Forks Central has put themselves in a strong position to make sure. But yeah, they still need Wahpeton to beat Grand Forks Central, with all those tiebreakers coming into play, as Kubala will take on and hang on to that carry. And it is a gain of 5 up to midfield for Kubala. I've been very impressed with this Wahpeton team. Defensively, kind of held their own. We didn't get to talk about a lot of the other guys in the secondary. Ryan Flack, for example, one of the safeties for this Wahpeton team. You had Jack Gilbertson, who we didn't hear from at all tonight. He was out there. It looked like he may have been going. He didn't really see a lot of action, if any action at all, as the carry up the middle for Peterson nets. No yards on the play. Maybe a loss of 2, in fact. We'll say a loss of 1. So it'll set up a 3rd and 6. But the secondary would have been something to have watched. Braden Steffens and Jackson DeVries did a great job on the outside. We saw Omar Martinez make a couple plays. Ryan Flack holding his own as well. It was going to be a challenge for this secondary tonight. And while they bent, they never broke. And that was probably a huge key coming into this game for Fargo, I should say for Wahpeton, is just to not allow Fargo South to make the big play, as Peterson's carry goes for no yards, as Fargo South drives them back. Shout out to the Flacks as well. Friends of ours, part of the Comstock company down in Wahpeton, a staple of the community, just celebrated their 100th year anniversary as a company down in Wahpeton the other week, so congratulations to them. And congratulations to this Wahpeton team, which all but securing their spot in the postseason with this victory. Things falling their way. One more win would guarantee them the 3rd seed, as that punt bounces at about the 7 and will go into the end zone for a touchback. So 5:21 to go. Fargo South taking over at their 20-yard line. That running clock really does get things moving along in a game that well decided early on in this 3rd quarter. We hope to be joined on the post-game show by a coach and a player of the game, if possible. We'll name our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game for tonight, although got to believe that's a foregone conclusion for the Wahpeton Huskies, with Trayton Mauk having just a huge, huge game. 3 touchdowns for the running back and 5 extra points as well. Counted for 23 of his team's 35 points tonight. Shotgun formation. Wark still in there. He throws it out to the right, finds Anderson, who gets out of bounds up at the 31-yard line. Gain of, nope, make it 32. Gain of 12 on the play. With under 5 minutes to go. Wark takes it, steps back, throws it over the middle, has Taylor, who catches it at the 45, avoids a tackle and continues to move down the field, and is finally thrown down up at the 36-yard line. Pardon me, 31-yard line.
First down for the Bruins on the Husky 32.
36-yard pitch and catch for Fargo South. So they get up to the 32. Shotgun formation. Wark looks, has a man, and he throws it, and it is caught. And walking in for the touchdown for Fargo South is Carter Shamba. So a 32-yard touchdown pass from Wark to Shamba. And boy, that was easy. And, you know, I know Wahpeton's probably playing a little bit more of that cushion-type defense, but, you know, Fargo South is going, how has that not been possible for us all night? They have protected really well. Out of all the things that we've talked about, how great Wahpeton has been, four-man pressures just were non-existent, really. They spammed so more or less the secondary, and Wark had a tough time finding anybody throughout the game. That drive, though, no difficulty finding Shamba on the touchdown, 32 yards out, and makes it 35-10. Fargo South still trailing Wahpeton. We'll break. When we come back, it'll be a kickoff for the Bruins. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org, or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
Dan Gunnarsson back here with you. That drive for Fargo South going 80 yards on 3 plays and taking just a minute and 15 seconds of game action off the clock. So Fargo South now down 25 will kick it away. And this one will go over Mauk's head, takes it inside the 10, and then just sits down at the 20. Smartly, in fact, just sits down at the 20. Says, we're just not going to give that ball back to Fargo South. But because of the way that the score is, the play clock does not run. And Mauk sat down at the 19-yard line. And Peterson will set up in the backfield with Kubala. It's going to be a handoff. And Peterson will go over that right side past the 20 up to the 22-yard. So line, a 3-yard run for Peterson, who has been the main back for the entirety of this fourth quarter. They had Trent Mauk in the back on the kick return just to make sure from a ball security standpoint. Fargo South now starting to put in more players, guys getting an opportunity. Down 25 as the clock ticks below 4 minutes. 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I should say, is Kubala. Shotgun formation. Takes it, hands off to Peterson. Holds it high and tight. Great run within traffic up to that 29-yard line. And they are going to give him a first down, so a 7-yard carry for Peterson. And the clock will continue to move. So we talked about what happened also tonight in Class 2A. How about last night? West Fargo Horace loses in overtime to Grand Forks River 13-7. That a battle between the top 2 teams in the EDC. We'll get you to some other games that happened last night as well, as Peterson will take this one up the middle from the 29 past the 35 down to the 37-yard line and a gain of 8 on that play. You had Minot North take down Jamestown 25-7. Dickinson beat Valley City 21-14, an upset in that game. And then St. Mary's taking down Watford City 28-20 last night. Class 3A, bunch of games last night. Minot defeated Legacy 42-7. 41-21 the victory for Mandan over Century, an upset there. Bismarck handled Williston 50-0. We'll get to some on the east side of the state here in a moment as Peterson will take the handoff yet again. So he gets past the 40, so a first down to the 41. So a gain of 3 as Peterson continues to carry the rock as we're under 2 minutes. Fargo Davies and West Fargo Cheyenne in a low-scoring affair, to say the least. West Fargo Cheyenne gets the win 3-0. And a big victory for the Mustangs. 33-13 the final as Shanley took down North. Been a tough year for, I would say, both of those teams. Some proud programs on both sides of the ball. Shanley getting the victory. 33-13 the win there. As Wahpeton takes the knee. Have just a couple more before this one is over. Tonight, Kindred in Class A defeated Oaks 36-0. Central Cass was down 14-13 at the end of the third quarter. We'll try to get you an update on that one to see where that one sits. That's a big one. They were playing on EEK. They came back and win 16-14. So EEK with an opportunity to get that number 2 seed in Class A out of the Region 1 section falls 16-14 on the road, but a great effort put up by them. Lisbon, 28-8 win over Thompson, and then a 48-14 win, Hillsborough Central Valley over Northern Cass. That's the final knee taken by Wahpeton, and that will wrap things up from Fargo South. The Huskies on senior night in Fargo South spoil things for the Bruins with a 35-10 victory. Trayton Mauk carries his team to their 4th overall win of the year and 2nd in the EDC, and puts them in the driver's seat for that 3rd seed in the EDC standings, and in fact an outside shot at the number 2 seed because next week, or I should say an outside shot at the for the driver's seat for the 3rd seed. They've already lost to Horace, who most likely will have that 2 seed wrapped up going into the postseason. We will pause. When we come back, we will name our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Final from Fargo South. Wahpeton 35, Fargo South 10. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Dan Gutterson back here on the post-game show. The final 35-10, our score, Wahpeton over Fargo South. The second half really void of any kind of drama. Just a couple scores to go over. An 11-play, 70-yard drive that consumed 5 minutes and a second for Wahpeton. Their first drive of the third quarter capped off by a Trayton Mauk 3-yard touchdown run. Made it 35-3. Fargo South would have a 3-play, 80-yard drive that took just a minute and 15 seconds. A 32-yard touchdown from Work to Shambaugh gets that one into the end zone. Really how things have fallen out in the standings throughout the EDC. Grand Forks Red River is going to get that 1 seed. West Fargo Horace will get that 2. Wahpeton and Devil's Lake sit right there at that 3 and 4 spot. Grand Forks Central has an outside shot of getting into the postseason, but their last game of the year is going up against this Wahpeton team at home. And so as long as Wahpeton wins, they will secure that 3 seed in the EDC, and Devil's Lake will get into the 4. For Fargo South, that is it. There is no postseason for them, as this loss eliminates them from competition. While we are here talking postgame, let it get to that Enbridge Energy player of the game, Trayton Mauk. Easy. 24 carries, 162 yards, and 3 scores for the senior. Trayton Mauk now, with that 162 yards, if I can do some quick math, now has 1,012 yards of offense and 13 touchdowns. Let's see how close I came to actually being right on that one with 162 yards. Had 861 coming in, 1,023 total yards of rushing on the season. And the 3 touchdowns brings his total to 13. He also had 5 extra points. I think I had said earlier on the broadcast, 21 points accounted for. That's 23. That's kind of how that works when you have 5 plus 18, 23 total points accounted for Trayton Mauk. He was everything for this team, and that is why we are named him our Enbridge Energy player of the game. We'll take our final break. When we come back, we're hoping to be joined by a player or coach on the post-game show. You're watching North Dakota High School football on your live event.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting RNJ Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip, while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
Transform your space with premium painting, whether you're looking to remodel an existing space or add new construction from residential, commercial, and industrial. Premium Painting's team of experts delivers top-notch quality and attention to detail on time and on budget. Premium Painting offers services from drywall, wall coverings, millwork, and painting. For a free estimate, contact Forrest Treitel at paintfargo.com or call 701-200-2797.
From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, Southview Dental Care offers personalized care that fits your needs. They are there when you need them most, offering emergency examinations with same-day treatment in most cases. Have a cold sore or canker sore? Southview Dental Care provides laser treatments to address these painful conditions. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com. Southview Dental Care in Moorhead is your dental home.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
RDK, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag.
RDK 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 is now Agassi Precision Ag.
You heard that right. RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag. Same location, employees, and customer service you deserve. Visit us at planterdoc.com.
When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for Students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Dan Gunnarsson back here on your live event post-game show, joined now by the Enbridge player of the game, Trayton Mauk. And Mauk, great game, 162 yards rushing. There were some key plays I want to talk about. First and foremost, the fake punt. Yeah. What was the call there? Was that something that you guys had kind of decided even beforehand that you were going to run? Take us through that play.
Yeah, so we have two different calls. We have just a normal punter, and then we have my punt. And on my punt, I have the option to either kick it or run it. And, well, I saw that they were kind of scrambling around, so I decided to take off with it.
Yeah, a huge first down for you guys. Ended up a few plays later leading to the touchdown.
Yep.
Another play you weren't really involved in was right after the turnover, that 53-yard touchdown. What did you guys notice coming out of that change of possession?
What play was it?
Well, it was a crazy 5-play sequence, but you had the interception of O'Rourke, and then coming right out of that interception, it seemed like South wasn't ready, and it was a quick score for the touchdown. But what did you guys notice, or at least what did you notice in that time?
Well, it was our quarterback. Kudos to Bjorn Kubala. He saw that they had 12 men on the field. They were running all around, and he got our guys set real quick, and with our discipline, we got set, and he snapped it real quick, and Braden put his hand up because he wanted it, and it's just 40 yards or 50 yards and score.
Easiest touchdown he'll have all season now. In the
Yep.
broader scheme of things, you guys have set yourself up real well for the postseason.
Yep.
Taking care of next week will even foregone conclusion at this point to get you into that next step. What kind of momentum can you take from this to build on going into next week and then into the postseason for you guys?
Well, we were pretty happy with this win because it kind of didn't really seal it, but it gave us a chance to have a high seed in the playoffs. And with this win, we really are going to push real hard and have a word of the week, I guess. And we just got to figure out what that is, if it's urgency, and then we'll take it into Grand Forks Central.
Yeah, urgency is a great term because this is a wide open class. There's always that opportunity. How well you guys have played against some of the top seeds within the EDC, just because of being maybe a 3 seed, potentially 4 seed, doesn't really mean that you guys don't have a fighter's shot going into that postseason.
Yep.
So it should be a good one for you. I like that word. I like the word urgency. So
Yeah,
hey,
our coach uses that every day.
well, that's how you should be playing too. Hair on fire, right? And you guys play with it tonight. Great game for you. I appreciate it. I'll shake your hand. Thank you for joining us on the post-game show. Trayton Malk, the Enbridge Energy player of the game for tonight's broadcast. That's going to do it for us. For Trayton, I'm Dan Gunnarsson. Thank you for watching your live events broadcast at North Dakota High School football.